this is the video review for Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Jolt. I finally picked up Jolt. Well, I didn't pick him up, I just got him delivered to me today. I got the combination of him, Jolt, and another mud flap from Cool Hand Lube on TFW 2005. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. All three of them for 10 bucks. 18 if you count shipping. Really like these guys, man. Thank you. So here is the first of the two reviews, because I already have one for Mud Flap. Here's the one for Skids. Or not Skids, I have the one for Skids coming up. Here is the one for Jolt. So here's Jolt. He is a Chevy Volt, obviously. A lot different compared to his old representation, which I do not have my regular Jolt or electrostatic Jolt with me. Sorry about that, I just dawned on me. But he does have, it looks like they basically made him a bland, battle-ready version of Jolt. He's got a very nice, like the carbon fiber look to him here, except for right here where his MechTech weapon posts are. They don't have any slots, or they don't have it. They have the slots, but because of the slots, ugh, I can't speak tonight. Because of the slots, they don't have any paint on them, so they're just the plastic. Come on, zoom in. There we go. Because of how it is, the design is there, it's just the paint isn't. Speaking of paint, they have a lot of that Allspark Blue. Of course, Jolt can't go without his Allspark Blue. They've got the Allspark Blue looking on there, which it's not bad. I actually don't mind that. And then they've got the black and the red and the gray on the back. Like I said, it's a very bland version of Jolt, not really much to him color-wise. You can see on the clear windows there's a lot of stuff that you can see, and you look under here, you can see his hands. A lot of people have complained about this figure, which really scared me off for a while, buying him at retail. It actually, did scare me off from buying him at retail, but now that I bought him, and got him in hand, one, I was excited to get him, and two, I don't see why many people didn't like him, other than the fact his arms don't have a peg-in slot. I don't see really many issues with this guy. Obviously, there's things that aren't my favorite, but people really just when it said if they could, they would go back, get the $10 or whatever they paid for him back, take this guy, throw him in a trash can, light the trash can on fire, and throw some dog crap in there or something to add to it. I'm like, no, I would, I don't even want to think about selling this guy. He is now a good part of my collection. So, like I said, rolls really nice. Size comparison with another figure that just came in the mail today. Dark of the Moon Ironhide, which I'll get to why Ironhide came in the mail in his review. And I got his, package mate or whatever, Skids, who I also got from Cool Hand Lube. So, and you can see he's bigger. So, to transform him, it's not that difficult. I'm sure you all have seen it before. So, to transform him, you just want to do that, and then you just want to fold the arms out. Just get them out of the way, like so. Then you just want to go ahead and pull these out for transformation in a minute. Then you just want to come up here and unpeg the front there. Then separate these pieces. The legs just fold down, and then that piece folds in, and then they fold up. And then you take this heel piece until it goes into place there. Do the same thing on this one. Till you have what shall be his feet. Kind of heels, he's kind of got high heels, but it's not that big. I actually like it. It's good on him, which I'll get to in a minute. Then you just want to come up here, and then you want to take these pieces and fold them like that. Then you just want to take this piece and pull it out and around. Rotate these two pieces down here. Then there's a peg right there that pegs into that peg hole right there. You just want to push this piece in, this lower piece there. You just want to get those pieces in on the waist there to form his waist, which also gives him, which also gives him an evil face, which the only way it would bother me is, one, it bothered me in the early pictures, like the stolen Chinese toy pictures. But it would only really bother me if it was, if it wasn't just how his waist was put together. It was like that, his waist was like that in the Revenge of the Fallen toys too, so I don't have a problem with it if that's the case. Then you want to take the arms and how I had them. You just want to fold them down and around. Then you want to come out here and just fold these. You want to fold that out a little bit more. Then you want to fold it down. You know, separating them there. Then you just want to fold the head up like that. And once I can get his feet fixed, there you go. And there you have Jolt. Very nice figure. He's not really, you know, for any person, he's not going to be one for posing because of his heels. But he is a great, nice figure and a great addition to my collection. It's just this, I can't get them to stay even, or not the legs there. That's okay. There we go. I got him. So there is Jolt. Here is his mech tech weapon. If you just pull this piece back, it comes out on a line there sometimes. There we go. And it folds as a cannon. And what I find funny is when it folds out. Watch the side difference. Look at that. It's so weird. But that's okay. So he makes a cannon. You just want to fold that back up, and then you can peg it into his arm there. That's what I shall do. And on both sides, he also has little 5mm. I believe it was the 5mm. Yeah. The peg, the places to put those 5mm clip weapons. You know, like if you have some of Recon Ironhide's weapons, you can say, oh yeah, Ironhide, you know, really weaponized Jolt or something. You know, it's just really cool that you can experiment, you know, and do different things with your toys. So articulation-wise, if you hold this, Jolt's got ball-jointed shoulders, can rotate at the upper elbow or at the upper bicep. Has elbow joints, but funky ones due to his transformation. See, they kind of bend in, and then you can rotate them here and up here. So you can't really have them bend straight, but yeah, you can have them bend other ways. His head can rotate a full 360 degrees there. He's got no waist articulation due to how you form his waist. He's got ball jointed legs. He can rotate at 2 points at the knee, which I won't mess with at this point because I just got him standing. And then he really doesn't have any foot articulation, or articulation at the lower areas because of how his feet were put together. So, like I said earlier early in the review, the only real gripe that I have about this figure is the fact that his arms don't peg in anywhere. That is really anyone's only gripe against this figure because, other than that, I don't see any against him. Okay, the heel feet makes it a teeny tiny bit hard to get him to position him. Big deal. I don't see a problem with that. And then some people complained about the fact that he has, the face on his waist there with, with the two eyes and, the evil-looking face there. But, it doesn't bother me nearly as much, with having this guy in person. And this is the first time on Jolt that the Allspark Blue actually adds something to his figure. And this is the first time, really, with any Allspark Blue figure that has that stuff in it that I can think of that adds to the figure. It really complements the blandness that Jolt has in this, because Jolt, I think Jolt deserves to be, the dark blue that his Revenge of the Fallen toy was, yet this guy didn't get that. He is more of a teched out, armored up car, and yet he doesn't have his whips, yet he has, the perfect amounts of Allspark Blue to complement it and really make it look like he's, a more tech, built up, ready to kick some butt Jolt. So absolutely great figure. Like I said, other than the arms, it's an absolutely fine figure. So I do not have any figures in robot mode to show them off, but I'm sure you guys have all seen or have a Jolt, so it's not a big deal. So there you guys have it, an absolutely great figure. I don't see why I was so scared to get this guy for so long. And, I'm so glad I got my hands on this guy for, less than retail. Thank you, Cool Hand Lube. Thank you for my Jolt, my skids, and my mud flap, which is upstairs. So thanks, man. I owe you one. So yep. There you guys have it. Transformers I almost said Revenge of the Fallen. Dark of the Moon, excuse me. Dark of the Moon, Deluxe Class, Jolt.